to climb up the cedar, across the clover, all fours and all free, to lie on your back and see the sky backwards. It's got to be something more than the heart has any right to see. Being alive is the best part of living, the best part of being alive is to be awake and aware of what's over there beyond the next beach and past the last highway you thought you might never see. And isn't it something, the dandelion dozing, reposing in fields that are open and free, better than best, we two together. It has to be something more than our hearts have any right to see. Yes, isn't it something just to be you and me?
You can John Peel when it's far, far away. with his hounds and his hares in the morning. You ken John Peel when it's so gay. You ken John Peel when he's far away. You ken John Peel when it's breaks of day, with his hounds and his hares in the morning. Do you ken John Peel with his coat so gay? Do you ken John Peel at the break of day? Do you ken John Peel when he's far, far away, with his hounds and his hares in the morning?
I'll warn you. No knocking about the messing in rooms downstairs. Is that understood? All right. Go on up. Her ladyship will want to take your measure.
Where are my scissors, Mrs. Crampfurl?
They came apart, my lady. I'm taking them to be mended.
Oh, very well. I'm your great Aunt Sophy. You don't look at all like my nephew. Do you remember your father?
Not very well.
He was a sorrel, splendidly hairy. Oh, peerless horseman. I myself taught him to hunt. I don't believe the residents of Boston go in much for hunting.
No.
No, I thought not. Well, what do they do?
Do?
With their horses. Their horses. Where do you Bostonians ride your horses?
Ride?
Are your wits perhaps inadequate? I asked, where are you accustomed to ride your horse?
I don't ride.
You don't ride? Oh, you mean since you were sick?
No, I'm afraid of horses.
Afraid of horses, my great nephew. Have you perhaps forgotten that you're English? I should have expected it. Bringing the child up in the city, neglecting his character, feeding him unhealthy slop. No wonder he's spiritless. Mrs. Crampfurl, I want the child to have proper English teas and good English breakfasts. Porridge with thick cream, and eggs and sausage and kippers. And for lunch, plenty of blood-red meat. We'll soon have you up in the friskiest horse in the country. And Mrs. Crampfurl, pour me a glass of Madeira, please. Madeira is not medicinal. Mrs. Crampfurl claims to be teetotal. Come and sit on the bed, boy.
If you're looking for a cup of tea, you best fill up the wood box. That's what men are. Knocking things around and leaving the mess for whatever woman's handy. If you do your work... Voice again! There, did you see under the stove? Get a poker!
I set a trap there only last week.
Nasty things in the cupboards everywhere. And why didn't you clean up the mothballs that you spilled?
I never.
Where's the other half of the scissors?
Oh, it's the limit. I never seen no scissors, and I never make no mess with no moth.
Oh, no, you never. I'll tell you what else you never empty the ash pan.
Pod. Dear me. What's that fearsome-looking thing?
What, tea not ready? Oh, this means war, woman. It's me and Mrs. Crampfurl at dawn. I sent him a card. Hey, it took a bit of doing to get this, huh?
Is that what took you so long? I could have swore I heard that. Pod, what's that all over your... That's ash. You had to come down from under the stove.
Tut, don't scold, woman. It was just a little shortcut, like.
A shortcut? Under the stove, a shortcut, ashes and hot coals? Pod, they was in the kitchen. You might have been seen. Why do you take such... Oh, Pod. Aren't you something?
Now, don't worry, old girl. I wasn't seen. I've never been seen. I don't intend to be seen. This place is mine. No cats, no dogs. And what humans there is, duck soup, you might say. None of the hazards of me wild youth. Well, where's Arrietty? I've got something for her.
Well, she always is these days. Arrietty! Arrietty! And what have you been doing?
I've been writing in my diary, Mama.
Oh, I hope you'll read it to me sometime.
Oh, Mama. Papa, it's wonderful down by the grating. The sun, the birds, everything. There was a field mouse.
Which hand?
Oh, this one.
She would have brought you? Oh, that stamp album upstairs is such a... All the colors... I really don't like to borrow from it.
Oh, Papa, I'd give anything to see it. I mean, all of it.
Arrietty, your father can't very well lug down a great thing like that. Wherever do you get your ideas?
I didn't mean that. Papa, what I wish is that I could come borrowing with you.
Oh, you wicked heathen girl, how can you speak so? So it's come to this.
I could borrow. I know I could. I'm tired of being cooped up down here.
Cooped up? Who's cooping you? That's a fine way to talk. With a nice home like you've got, and a grating into the bargain.
Oh, Papa.
No, Harry, run along, hang up your stamp on the wall, and come back quick for tea.
Okay.
And 4 miles in 20 minutes wasn't bad going for this particular pack. Before the hounds had checked at High Beach, half the field had fallen out already. You see, this rascally old dog fox, as I told you. Well, I can see you have no interest whatsoever in the hunting field. Take the tray to the nursery, Mrs. Crampfurl, and place the decanter within reach, if you please. Run along with Mrs. Crampfurl, boy. Have your tea in the horseless security of the nursery.
What am I to do every day?
Eat what Mrs. Crampfurl gives you. Get plenty of fresh air and whatever exercise you're up to. And in the evenings, come in and kiss me goodnight. I'm sure you'll be fit in no time. Perfectly sound English stock, turned all yellowy and runty from city living. Up. Oh, well, age and pain and disappointment. Never took comfort from pure spring water. Near your bedtime, miss. Oh, it's ruined. It's ruined. There were only 2 of the real china ones left. I told you, Arrietty, not to use them.
No, it's only a cup. No need to make such a terrible fuss.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mama.
Oh, it's all right, Arrietty. I should have kept them out of harm's way. I did so dote on those cups.
Wait a minute. Seems to me that I've seen a cup like that up on her floor. Yes, in the old nursery. Oh, I'll go up and get one right now.
You, miss, you get yourself to bed where you belong. Now. Take good care of yourself, Paul.
I tell you what, I'll try to get a little of her perfume on a piece of cloth like for you.
Those terrible stairs, Paul. You're not exactly a boy.
Might I suggest, madam, that when I return with the perfume, you and I'll have further discussions about my age.
Precisely why I never married. The futility of true communication. All hounds and hares, hounds and hares. Ooh, Pod, dear, reach me a pill.
Catch!
There's no communication between men and women. No, between generations. When you're as old as me, Pod, it'll come to you. Will you get old, I wonder? You poor little delusion. I've told Mrs. Crampfurl about you.
Oh, that was very naughty of you, Lady Sophy.
I said, Mrs. Crampfurl, it only stands to reason, I said. Factories go on making safety pins year after year, hundreds and thousands of them, and people go on buying them, and yet there never is a safety pin when you want one, or a pencil or a needle. Now, where else could they go to? Something takes them, I said. Or somebody.
Lady Sophy.
I thought for a moment the fool woman was going to offer me a lecture on the evils of drink. Oh, Pod. How I long for a bit of human companionship. Pod, you're all I've got.
Oh, and you mean a lot to me, Lady Sophy. Being able to come here and talk with you about the world. The truth is, a man's family is a precious thing. But the world, Lady Sophy, the world.
Oh, poop, the world.
Yes, and I'm still young. You know, borrowing has always meant adventure to me, danger, excitement, pitting me wits against terrible odds. Oh, I was brought up on it. But this house, Lady Sophy, you'll forgive me. The way it is now, me 12-year-old daughter could do the job. Oh. Well, I suppose I should be seeing about Amelie's cup. Sweet dreams.
Oh, Pod, you did find a cup and a saucer.
They match.
You look peculiar. Are you all right?
I've been seen.
Badly?
Badly.
Was it Mrs. Crampfurl?
No, not her. It was a boy. A human boy. In this very house. A human boy.
But there hasn't been a boy, not here, not in over 20 years.
There's one here now. And he's seen me. Oh, he's seen me proper.
I won't do it. I won't emigrate. No, I won't. I won't leave my home and go and live like Loopy and Uncle Hendry in a gopher's hole. It's the other side of the world, that's where it is, all among the earthworms. Nuts and berries, that's what they eat, nuts and berries. All grass and fresh air and the children growing up all wild. Think of the way we brought up Arrietty, an only child. She pet her death.
Homily, I've been seen. There's a boy in this house. A boy living in this house, and he's seen me.
What do you mean, living in this house?
Got his own room. Everything.
Oh, no.
We got to do something. Oh, he's seen me, I tell you.
He's seen you go under the clock. He knows where we live?
No. But he will. He will. He's seen me, and now he'll search, and he'll dig, and he'll try. Oh, Emily, our days are numbered. Numbered. I tell you, when I looked up, and I saw that light thing in his great, meaty fist. Oh, I thought he was going to mash me flat out.
Monster! Oh, Pod! No.
No.
We got to talk to Arrietty tonight. When I think of the things she don't know.
There's no use frightening her. No, she's just a child.
So was her cousin Tina. Remember. I'll wake her up. You talk to her right now.
Arrietty, you're going to have to grow up fast. You're going to have to face things. For instance, what do you know about boys?
Boys?
Listen now, lad.
Yes, you're going to have to face the facts. There's a human boy in this house living on the top floor. And human boys, they're the worst things there is.
Oh. What did they do?
What do they do? Oh, no. Well, they... What is it? Oh, they... Arrietty, human beings, regular grown-up human beings, they're good and they're bad. They're honest and they're artful.
No good ever come from no human
Homily,
being.
please. Like I said, they're a mixed bag, the grown-ups. But human boys...
They hunt. That's what human boys do. They destroy everything that walks or runs or flies.
But, Mama, they're just children. Children, human beings. I don't think human beings, even children, can be so very awful.
Let me tell you, Miss.
Homily, please, Arrietty. Who around here is likely to have more first-hand information I'd like to know? What they are is clever. Human boys are clever. No borrower can go on living in a place when he's been seen by a human boy. And that's what happened tonight.
You mean this boy saw you? Tonight?
Nothing will ever be the same again.
What can we do? Oh, Papa, we should leave? We should leave here? Why, this is our chance. Now we have to do something. Go somewhere.
Arrietty, you don't know what you're talking about. To go and live in the fields.
Sounds wonderful.
Like animals. I won't do it. And neither will no daughter of mine.
Nobody said you had to go live in the fields. There's other places, the overmantel.
Oh, can't you just see us moving in on the overmantels? If they're still alive. Or don't you remember there's a boy living in the farmer's place, too?
That don't mean he's seen them. Homily, we got to explore every possibility. That farmer's place isn't half the distance it is to Uncle Hendry's and Aunt Loopy's. And if the overmantels are still there, I think I should go...
Ask for overmantel charity? The stuck-up things. You know they always thought your sister Loopy married beneath her.
Look, we've got to have some plan. Don't you see that, woman? We got to start somewhere. Now, at least I can go and see if they're still there.
I won't let you do it. I won't let you make that terrible trip alone. And I'm not forcing myself uninvited on the overmantel.
Let's just hold off for a couple of days. I'll tell you what. We'll set up a listening post. Stand guard around the clock. Somebody there at all times. It's just possible that that boy might not be here to stay. That he might have to leave before he's had time to dig us out.
That's it, Pod.
Yeah.
I know that's how it'll turn out.
Well, don't count too much.
Come on now. We'll get things ready. Necessary.
Oh, it's only what you can carry. We got to be ready and able to run. I'll help you.
Arrietty, your bare feet.
I'm bringing out the candles.
Well, just what I wanted. I can use every one of them.
Papa, I'm not afraid, Papa. Not of anything. Well, I could even find the overmantels for you. Well, I'm not. I'm not afraid of things. Cats or dogs or anything.
Hush now, child. We'll talk about it later. Go and get some bedding. Something to make it more comfortable out by the listening post.
All right.
You see, she just doesn't comprehend the danger.
I know.
Arrietty, you've heard your mother and me talk about Tina?
Yes?
Well, your Aunt Loopy Hendry had 6 children. Tina was next to the oldest. She was about your age.
She's a lovely child.
My age? You mean when they had to immigrate?
No. When they lived in the barn here. Wait here a minute.
Tina got out.
Out? How? What do you mean?
Loopy never kept up with those children proper. That's the truth of it. Just let them run wild. Tina got outside. They waited a week. They waited a month. And they hoped for a year. But no one ever saw Tina no more.
No trace of her ever again.
Why not? What happened to her?
Well, you see, outside, there are animals. Not just dogs and cats, but wild, terrible things like ferrets and weasels.
You mean Tina got eaten? I don't believe it.
You better believe it, because that's what happened to your cousin Tina, and don't you ever forget it.
Yes, Mama. I want to be the first to stand guard. I'm not sleepy. Can I, Papa?
No, not tonight. Now, off to bed with you.
Oh, I think we ought to let her. She's to take her turn, same as us. She might as well start tonight.
Why, hurry it, woman.
It's about time she learned about them.
All right, I guess you got to start sometime. Come on.
Tuck your feet under the blanket, John.
There you are. Now keep a good watch. Good night. We won't be beaten, and we won't be eaten.
What are you up to? Look, I warned you yesterday when you first come in the door, no messing about down here. Have you lost something? What are you looking for?
Something.
What kind of something?
Kind of a little man.
Oh! So she started on a little man, has she? Probably offered you some fine old Madeira. And being raised in the city, you probably took it. Now, outside, where boys belong.
I want to look at her.
Out! All day. Poking his nose into everything in the house, that's what. I caught him just this morning lifting up the rugs. In the dining room, mind you. Now, who gave you permission to come into my kitchen?
There's a hole under there.
If you're concerned what holes were in this house, now look, I am going to count to 3, and I want you out of my kitchen.
It's the only hole I've found.
Early, Miss Crampfurl. Guess that boy's keeping you on the run. Here's your milk.
One more day of it, till tomorrow. Seems his mother wants him home. No accounting for days.
The boy's leaving. Oh, hey, did you hear that? The boy's leaving tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, where are my shoes? I got a lot of borrowing to do.
May I come borrowing, Papa?
Yes,
Oh.
but remember, borrowing is a skilled job and art. And of all the families that have lived in this house, there's only us left. Do you know why? Because your father is the best borrower that's been in these parts since, well, before your granddad's time.
That's right. But I never heard of no girl going borrowing before.
Why couldn't she, Pop? Isn't she just like her father?
This is it, Arrietty. This is our clock.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The clock our family's named after. Over 75 years, they say, it's been standing here on this spot. Oh, look. Hey, we're in luck. Both doors are open. I can't make out what it is.
It's pretty, Papa. Could I borrow that? I mean, by myself?
Oh, why not? Come on, I'll show you. Here. Give me the hook. All right, now get back there. Hey, that's very good.
You're better than your papa.
Oh, I wish your mama could see you.
Look.
Oh, that's beautiful. Come on. Now put the ball in your borrowing bag. Now you're a real borrower.
What's that?
That must be the wind. They're all gone. Mr. and Mrs. Crampfurl and the boy. And she can't get out of bed. Must be the wind. There. All right. Come on, hustle along. Arrietty, I'm going to work on the drapes. You sit over there by the doorway to the garden. Take a peek outdoors. I'll come back for you.
Isn't it something to climb up the cedar and crawl through the clover, all cold and all free, to lie on your back and see the sky backwards? Got to be something more than the heart has any right to see. Being alive is the best part of living. The best part of being alive is to be awake and aware of what's over there, beyond the next beach and past the last highway you thought you might ever see. Isn't it something, the dandelion dozing, reposing in fields that are open and free? And better than best, we two together have to be something more than our hearts have any right to see. Yes, isn't it something just to be you and me?
Don't move. Don't move, or I shall hit you.
Why?
In case you run towards me quickly through the sand. In case you scramble at me with your nasty little hands.
Why should I run towards you?
Things do.
You were supposed to go away this morning.
Well, I didn't. I'm to stay a few more days. I'm not well enough yet.
Oh.
Did you come out of the house? Where in the house?
Where did Crampfurl go in the cart?
Mrs. Crampfurl said it was her day off, and she meant to have it. In spite of everything, she meant me.
Yes.
Now tell me where you come from, or I'll hit you.
All right. Hit me. Go on, hit me.
Stay where you are. Supposing you saw a little man about as tall as a pencil coming out of your dollhouse, carrying a doll's teacup. Would you say it was a fairy?
No, I'd say it was my father.
How old are you?
13 in October. How old are you?
8.
Thought so.
Can you read?
Of course. Can't you?
Could you read out loud?
Of course.
Could you read out loud to me?
Of course.
Can you fly?
No. Can you?
Of course not. I'm not a fairy.
Well, nor am I. Nor is anyone. I don't believe in them.
You don't believe in them?
No. Do you?
No, of course not. Do you know my great Aunt Sophy?
No, but my father does.
Does he like her?
I don't know. She thinks my father comes out of a decanter.
Does he?
Don't be silly. Do you like her, your aunt?
Great aunt. Yes, but she doesn't like me. I'm afraid of horses. Are there many people like you?
No, none. We're all different.
I mean, as small as you.
Don't be silly. Sure you don't think there are many people in the world your size.
There are more mine than yours.
Honestly, do you really think... I mean, what sort of world would it be? Those great chairs? Fancy if you had to make chairs that size for everyone. And the stuff for their clothes? Miles and miles of it. And the food they eat? That's why my father says it's a good thing they're dying out.
Who's dying out?
Human beings. Just a few. My father says that's all we need to keep us. Otherwise, the whole thing might get out of hand, he said.
What do you mean, to keep us?
Human beings are for borrowers, like butter is for bread.
I don't believe it, and I don't believe that's what we're for at all, and I don't believe we're dying out.
Just use your common sense. You're the only real human being I ever saw close to, except for the ones in this house. But I know there's lots and lots of borrowers. The Hendreries, the overmantels, the drain pipes, the harpsichords, the clocks, that's us.
Where are they?
My Uncle Hendrery has a house in the country and 5 children.
But where are the others?
Oh, they're somewhere around.
Well, I've only seen 2 borrowers, but I've seen hundreds and thousands.
I don't believe you.
Of human beings. And what's more, I don't believe that there are any more borrowers anywhere in the world. I bet you're the last.
We're not.
I bet they're dead. And what's more, no one will ever believe I've seen even you, and you'll be the last because you're the youngest. One day, you'll be the only borrower left in the world. What's the matter?
They're not dead. The Hendreries live in a gopher hole 2 fields away. We don't see them because it's much too far. There's weasels and hawks and owls and foxes.
Which field?
I don't know exactly. It's over by the Perkins Green. I'm going home.
Don't go. Please. You promised you'd read to me. Let me go get the book.
I'm not going to read to you now.
Please listen. Just 1 chapter. And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go to that field and find Uncle Hendry and everybody. And if they're alive, I'll tell you. What about that? You could write them a letter and I'd put it down the hole.
Would you? Would you really do that?
Yes, I would. Really and truly, I would. Now can I go get the book?
When can I give you the letter?
Anytime. I could come to your house.
No, I'll put it somewhere. I'll stick it in the grating.
Which one? The one by the front door?
No, the one by the back, near the kitchen.
All right, I'll get the book.
Wait a minute. You mustn't let my father see you.
Where is he?
He's working in the hall or the kitchen. I don't know.
I'll go on the side door. The grating by the kitchen? Now I can guess where you live.
Arrietty! Where are you?
I'm here.
Come back. Come back quickly. I told you never to leave the house. Drop that. You can't go lugging great flowers about. Now, come on. Help me with your bag.
I'm coming.
I seen him running around the fields. Young Tom thinks the boy's got himself a ferret.
That Tom's got ferrets on the brain. Where would the boy get a ferret?
Well, I don't know, but there he was all day. Running around that field by Perkins Green, shouting down the rabbit hole. Like he was calling to something by name, like, Henry. Henry.
Where's Papa?
Following.
How long do you think he'll be gone?
He won't be back for a good while yet. He likes it up there, gossiping with her, poking about in her dressing table. What are you up to?
Just along to the storeroom, Mama.
It's the very last straw to be deserted by a delusion.
I said I would have come if I could have come.
Why can't you admit you've been frightened? I can take one look at you and see you've been frightened.
Frightened? Me?
Frightened because you're so small. Or small because you're so frightened. That's more like it.
Would I be here if I were frightened?
Oh, you're cocky enough with me. You think I'm harmless. A boozy, bedridden old woman. How dare you patronize me, you wretched little mannequin, you, taking liberties, puffing yourself up, keeping me waiting.
Lady Sophy, I have my own life to lead. You think all I've got to do is to sit around your boudoir chattering? I have business of my own to pursue.
What business? You've got no business of your own. You've got nothing of your own. You've no business, you've no affairs, you've no possessions. Well, your very existence, by your own admittance, is to go creeping about my house, filching out of my stores.
Lady Sophy.
Pilfering my belongings.
Your house indeed. Us clocks have had this place for over 75 years.
Why, you think you own the world. Why, you've nothing that doesn't belong to me. You're a cocky, conceited, ungrateful little... Why, you wouldn't exist at all if I didn't virtually inundate myself in Madeira. You think I don't know why you haven't been here? You haven't been here because that Mrs. Crampfurl woman has been watering my wine. Take care, my puppet. If Mrs. Crampfurl ever drinks enough to see you...
I can handle Mrs. Crampfurl.
Ah, Pod, proud, that's the way I love you. Acting proud and cocky, and all the time inside you, you're trembling with fright. Oh, Pod, don't ever leave me. You're all I've got.
It's me, Arrietty. Did you take the letter? Why did you come creeping into my room? I didn't come creeping. Came down the hall. Your Aunt Sophie is saying terrible things to my father. When I brought the book, you'd gone. My father fetched me. Did you take the letter? Yes. I had to go back twice. I shoved it down the Golder's hole. Here it is. He's written on it. Oh, please show me. Then they are alive. Did you see them? No. But when I went back, the letter was down the hole, just where I'd put it. But they've written on it. Look. I can't see from here. It's very faint. What's he written it with, I wonder? Y-O-E-E, tell Y-O-U-R, your. Yes, your. Tell your mother, come soon. So tell her. Wait, don't go. I've got something for you.
Come home.
There's a blue one, too. But it's a bit... Where are you? Where have you gone? Oh, come on out.
What's going on in there? Who are you talking to?
No one.
Be quiet then and go to sleep. Oh, what a night.
Oh, to let yourself be seen by that boy. Arrietty, whatever made you do such a thing?
I was trying to save the race.
Oh, the expressions that she uses.
What race?
Our race, the borrowers.
Hush.
He said we were dying out, and that we were the last three left, and that one day I'd be alone in this house, alone in this world. So I wrote Uncle Hendry a letter. The boy took it for me.
He what?
Uncle Hendry answered. Here, Mama. Aunt Loopy says come soon. The boy brought it back to me.
He found Hendry? Oh. Then he'll find us.
What is it?
It's a screwdriver.
You sneak? You're a terrible boy. A terrible human boy.
Is that your mother?
Certainly.
Put that light out at once. At once!
But I brought something for you. I brought it especially.
It's very kind, but we don't need anything, thank you. Thank you very much. We don't need anything at all.
Nothing except our roof.
Show us what you've got.
It's this.
Oh. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
And now will you be good enough to put our roof back?
Wait a minute. There's something else. Try it.
Oh, just about fit you, Claude, that was. Oh, Pod, it's perfection.
I'll get the rest.
Thank you, but please, no more in the parlor. It's getting all cluttered.
Everything looks so lovely, Papa. Doesn't it?
Just put the roof back on, will you? There's a bad draft.
Shall I nail you down?
Of course, nail us down, you great clot.
I mean, I've got even more things.
Tell him to nail us down, but lightly. Just a tap or two here and there.
She wants you to nail us down lightly, just a tap or two here and there.
First one I ever really and truly saw, and it was a boy. Pa, those beautiful things. Think of what he brought us in just one visit. Ooh, he's ugly. I knew they were ugly, but not that ugly.
She's not afraid of him, is she?
Not one bit. A human boy. Arrietty's no more afraid of him than you are of her upstairs.
I shouldn't wonder. It's in the blood. I got my human being. Arrietty's got hers. But, I never heard of no borrower would ever do a thing.
Why shouldn't we? We'll just sit tight and make good use of him.
I'll show her.
Who?
Her. Aunt Sophy. That's who.
And remorseful Eric could not help being amazed how in his heartless selfishness he left that fair child to go so far astray, left his prey to such boys as were his companions in the lower school. Eric, did you know? You like this story?
Yes. I've got a friend called Eric. Is your mother really pleased with all the new things I brought last night?
Very pleased, yes.
Good. Go on now.
Will you turn over, please? No, the paper means. That I was flogged last night for what you did. Eric's eyes filled with tears, but Vernon's who stand there.
Look, what are we going to do with all this stuff? It's gotten beyond all reason.
I know how you feel, Port, but he's been so kind. You just can't tell him no. Where are you going?
Upstairs to her room for a place to sit down.
Your father was a soldier, wasn't he? Who'd he kill?
Oh, I don't expect they told him. Whoever needed killing at the time, I guess.
He killed other human beings? You're making it up.
No, I'm not.
No borrower could ever kill another one, not for any reason.
Why not? Human beings do, all the time.
And that proves what I said. It's the human beings who will die out.
There's too many human beings to die out.
I'm glad I'm a borrower. I'd rather be little in everything than kill other people.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Leaving? You never said you were leaving.
Don't worry. We've got all day today. We can easily finish the book.
It isn't that. It isn't a book. Oh, how can you be so silly? You're like all human beings. You're treacherous and dangerous.
Oh, do you think I'm dangerous? How?
Because you make everything change, and then you just go away and don't care. You're glad to be going. I wish you'd never come.
Call the police now. I know I should.
Wait a few days. Maybe the things will turn up.
The boy will be gone tomorrow, and who will get the blame then, I'd like to know. Who is responsible for this house? Me! That's who.
And what good'll it do? You can't prove nothing.
For one last look, so you can remember life.
I'm to leave by 9:30. Will you be under the clock?
Put a bit of rag around that hammer. Keep the noise down. And, nail us down tight this time, seeing this once and for all. Thanks again. Good night.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
already. What is all this?
Alive and tweaking the nest under the floorboard there.
Why, it's nothing. It's just that boy. He's built himself a little playhouse here.
No, I've seen them running. I've seen them.
Seen? Seen what?
Well, they was like mice dressed up.
Mice dressed up?
Horrible. Vermin. That's what they was, vermin.
Whatever they was, there's no sign of them now.
Oh, they've run away. That's why under the floorboards up inside the walls. The place is alive with them, I tell you.
Well, you just look at all this stuff. Playing dolls he was. Yeah, look at this. There's that little flute that was missing from the drawing room. And here's that silver thimble he was complaining about not long ago. The snuff box.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 of them.
The little devil. Well, look. Lady Sophie's handkerchief, monogram and all. Safety pins. No wonder I could never find any safety pins when I was looking for them. My big mattress needle. I looked everywhere for that. I knew I had one.
Yeah, look at this, will you, huh? Look at that.
Stars. It's a gold pocket watch.
It's going. And what's more, it's right.
Mr. Crampfurl, that watch has been missing 17 years.
Now, where do you suppose he found that?
What's he done with the big things from the drawing room, I wonder? Where's he put those?
Not enough room down there for all that. Yeah, let's finish looking in the morning.
No. They'll come back. No. Oh, no.
Come on, move away, move away.
I'm going to call the fumigator. The whole house, top to bottom.
There's no need for that. Call in Tom Goodenough and his ferret. Set the ferret loose under the floor.
I want this place cleaned out.
But try the ferret first. You can always try the fumigators if that don't work. No need to upset a ladyship with the fumigators unless it's necessary.
We'll get Tom right now, then. Right
It's
now.
the middle of the night, woman. Come on, morning's good enough. We'll get ourselves a feisty little dog. We'll borrow that one of Turner's. Set him loose topside. He can track the ferret. We can see where he stops. Now, hold on, will you, till morning?
Go, pocket watch. We've got to get the constable now. Oh. And I want you to spend the night right here. I want that hole watched.
Nothing's going to come out of the hole now. All right. Sit and watch it, seeing as you got yourself into such a state.
If you mind about my state, just you keep your eye on the hole. And get the ferret early. I want this done before that boy gets away.
All right, don't worry about it. Go on. Go on back to sleep.
Sleep? Not very likely. Not this night.
Arrietty, where are you? It's me, Arrietty. You've got to get out. I could take you to the attic.
We can't stay there. I heard her. If the ferret don't get us, she's gonna fumigate. Top to bottom. After tomorrow morning, there's no place will be safe. Not indoors, not in this house. We've got to emigrate. Oh, no, Arrietty, not you two. Don't you start taking on.
I'm not taking on. I'm so happy to be going outdoors. It's all I ever wanted. We can go to Aunt Lucy's.
In the gopher's hole?
Well, where else?
How about the stables?
No, we've got to eat, don't we? There's nothing there for us.
Will you go tonight?
We can't cross the fields in the dark. Not with Arrietty and Homily.
I could take you up to my room for the night.
Take us? How? In a box or something. In his pockets. What does it matter?
All right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hello. I lost my slingshot.
Don't you think I heard you whispering to something in there? We'll take care of that. Pick it up. Put it in front of the hole. Wicked little thief. Playing with heaven only knows what kind of nastiness. I'll deal with you in the morning.
I want to talk to my aunt.
You won't want to talk to your aunt when I've finished talking to Rabbit. You wretched little pickpocket, putting suspicions on honest, hard-working people who you'll be talking to is the police. That's who.
Oh, I can't seem to stop shivering.
I know, Mama.
Oh, why don't Pod come back? Arrietty, you think he's gone back in those rooms where Crampfurl could see him?
Well, he might, if Crampfurl is really asleep. Now or never, Mama.
Oh.
We'll need some clothes. We can't arrive at Tangiers all poor and destitute.
Oh, poor and what?
Destitute. You wouldn't like it. Not in front of Aunt Loopy.
Oh.
Wish that boy would hurry on back and unlock the hole.
Oh, Pod, thank goodness.
She locked the boy up.
What?
Oh, yes. She's back in the kitchen now with Crampfurl. And you know that big marble slab I told you about that they make pastry? She had Crampfurl lay it over the hole. We're trapped.
What about the grating? Couldn't we get through it somehow?
Oh, yes. Then we'd be straight outdoors.
But how? That grating's made of iron.
That.
What's the nail file? Hey, that's an idea. Steel against iron. Yeah, it would take a little while, but we've got some time. We got 6 hours. Hey, you're pretty artful when the going gets tough. We're working shifts. We've got till 8 in the morning.
Oh, it's the big boy. He must be the one with the ferret.
He's going around the corner.
It's all right. You go back to sleep.
Well, I'll come along too, then.
That's a boy. Come on now, hold on. Will you put that thing away until after the constable gets here?
I thought you said he'd be here by 8:30. It's past that now.
Well, Mrs. Crampfurl will start without him if she has to. She won't leave here with that boy until she's got the goods on him.
Take the baggage on and put it down in the cart. Time's wasting. You ought to say goodbye to your aunt. And I may tell you she's in a very nasty temper.
Oh, the master criminal. Good morning. They say crime doesn't pay. Have you been interviewed yet by the police?
Ah, they're late.
Perhaps you better tell me what bits and pieces of that junk downstairs you find so appealing. I'll gladly give it to you, you know.
I didn't steal the things.
You see, Mrs. Crampfurl, you might have asked him. Mrs. Crampfurl thought you were dickering with a receiver of stolen property. You were only playing, weren't you, boy?
I just borrowed the things. I borrowed them for the little house.
Did you give the policeman all the details, Mrs. Crampfurl? The midnight raid on the doll's house, the squeaking and running of terrible little things. He'll probably have to call out the reserves. Oh, it's too bad we didn't hit it off, boy. I'm too old. I say all the wrong things. But I believe I always have. I expect you were bored and lonely here. A horse would have made all the difference. Crime is a natural consequence of not riding horses. Remember what I told you, Mrs. Crampfurl. Take my advice and keep the bottle corked.
He'll change that tune when I bring him to her laid out in sizes on a clean piece of newspaper. Quick,
The policeman's here. Wait, give me the file. Time is running out.
Clock. What about the clock? Is it still covered? Did you check it?
Yeah, it's covered.
You put those things in the hole, didn't you? For a game like, wasn't that it? All by yourself? Worth a lot of money, some of those ornaments, according to Mrs. Crampfurl here. How about that gold watch? It's supposed to have been missing for years.
I found it. It was already down the hole when I found the hole.
Just ticking away down there, was it? After all these years?
Yes. No. I mean, I said it.
One for you, and one for me.
Call yourself a policeman. We've been sitting around here wasting precious time. Where's the ferret?
Come on, let's go.
What?
Yeah, come on, come on.
Oh, wait a minute. Grandpa! Get it, Grandpa!
Yeah,
I guess
come on,
we'll
stop
just
that,
see now
stop
what
that,
you've got
yeah.
down that hole.
Come on.
Here, get that creature, put it down
Yeah.
there. Move the door stop. The hole's behind the door
Come on,
stop.
Tom, get
That's
in there.
right, it's big enough if he squeezes.
See.
Get it down there.
Yeah.
Oh, get it. You go on. You can't watch out of hole there.
I put clothes there, our clothes, our scent. Sort of a false trail like, leading to the kitchen. It'll give us more time.
Yeah, look, put the cover, come on. Go along, go inside. There you go.
It's no use trying to file anymore. File is worn down. Give me a hand. Try to break this. Everybody, here we go. No. No, we can't do it.
Where are you going?
Try to block up that passage more.
Come on.
She's found herself something down there.
Yeah? What is it, something?
No, she's only stopped to smell something. I can hear it.
There's nothing else down there.
I heard something.
But she's onto something.
She's number one now.
Harder, harder, come on. We've got to break this. Everybody now, come on. Give me a hand. All right, turn. Come on.
Tell me I'll pay Mickey.
There she is. She's
Get
found
it.
Ferret.
Getting closer. Arrietty!
Break through. Break it. Get something, anything. Hurry, hurry. Get back. Emily, get back. Run to the field, honey. There you go. Right. Hey, you two! Go on! Go on, get out of here before they follow you here!
Come on, Todd, come through.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go on, come on! Hurry! Don't you see the bear will follow us here?
No!
Go on, you want to kill us all? Hurry! Hurry! Get to Arrietty in the field! Go, go!
You're all right.
You're going to make me miss my train.
There he is, yeah.
You make me miss my train, I'll have to stay another week. My aunt won't be very happy.
Well, we can leave now. Hurry up, we'll just make it. Come on. Go on.
had to, Bob. I had to come back.
Nothing's got itself caught. I should hope caught. I never thought they wouldn't.
Too bad you can't be at the finish. I'll send you a little package.
Across the horizon, beyond